You there, is my voice reaching your ears? You have been summoned, brought here from a land far, far away.
I don't care about man's power level. I fusion with bro, then we go get up wherever they are. Instant transmission, bang that kamehameha.
Hot go, how it go? It's your boy Mel coming to you live and direct. Oh, still, it's summertime. It's summertime. It's hot as shit. But we here to talk about one thing and one thing only. Xenoverse 3. Xenoverse 3 is on its way. We got some trailers, we got some gameplay. We didn't get a whole lot of gameplay, but we got some gameplay. And to be fair, and to be honest, the game looks good. The game looks good to me. I don't see how a lot of people don't like how the game looking. I mean, they take off the oily, shiny effect they got on the characters, which was kind of off-putting and weird in Xenoverse 1 and 2, but you know, it still worked. We still enjoyed the fuck out of Xenoverse because, you know, Xenoverse is a good game. I mean, yeah, PvP has its thingamabobs where punches don't connect or whatever, but that don't matter. We on Xenoverse 3. We're talking about Xenoverse 3 today. Bruh, looking at the first trailer we got, we were excited. Everyone was excited to see how Xenoverse is coming out. And to be fair, they looked like they had the shiny effect in the first trailer. And then a few months went by, a few weeks, I don't know. I can't really tell the timeline. I'd be in and out of the zone every now and then. But we got another trailer where they showed, you know, cutscenes. They showed gameplay, not a lot of gameplay. And then I guess people went to an event, Summer Game Fest, and they showed them or gave them a gameplay video for them to watch and react. And yeah, I wasn't there, but when they posted it and I saw it, to me, again, this is my opinion, the game looks good. It looks, I wouldn't say it looks phenomenal. It don't look phenomenal. It looks good. I can't wait to play it. But here's some things that get into me a little bit. When people say it kind of reminds them of like Dragon Ball Battle of Z. I mean, like, if you look at all the Xenoverse, isn't that kind of like Battle of Z? Where you have to fly around and defeat it. You have 4 characters and you have to use 4 of those characters to beat a character or beat a couple characters to progress. I never played Battle of Z, as you can tell. But yeah, I played the demo for it, and you know, it's the same but different. You know, you could say Battle of Z was probably like what's it called? A test. You could say it was like a test to see what we could do with this type of style, with this type of gaming style, you know. And Xenoverse is born. Even created characters. We didn't have no created Dragon Ball character other than Dragon Ball Online and Ultimate Tenkaichi. What you could also say they got some inspiration from, because it kind of reminds you of Dragon Ball Online, does it not? Xenoverse in total kind of reminds me of Dragon Ball Online. Just because you could create your character, give them any moves you want, and go on and be a Dragon Ball character. That's basically what Dragon Ball Online looked like to me. And then with Ultimate Tenkaichi, they really introduced creating a character for us to play as. And they even gave our created character their own story. Look at Xenoverse. I mean, yeah, you replaying old stories, but same time you still playing what you created character through the story. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. How can you hate Xenoverse? A lot of people don't like the gameplay style of Xenoverse. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad, especially if, like, you don't have to. The great thing about Xenoverse is you don't have to play that online. You don't have to be like, okay, let me go play against people all day, every day. You don't have to do that. You could do parallel quests together. You could do a million other things together, other than fighting one another. So I don't get why people are so mad at Xenoverse 2. It looks like a good game. And then people saying, oh, don't say it look like Battle of Z. It don't look like Battle of Z, but it have some of the same stuff from Battle of Z. But I'm not gonna say it plays like Battle of Z. Nobody played the game yet. We only saw gameplay demo, or whatever. Now, the coloring, the shading, and how it kind of looks to me, kind of looks like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Especially with the ultimate attack. Even not just the ultimate attack, but all the attacks. Even with the punching of, like, when you hitting the character, the numbers just pop up. Kakarot does that. You probably could remove numbers from the thing, but it kind of reminds you of Kakarot. And you probably can be pressing some buttons that can be like, oh, square, triangle. Maybe think pressing buttons to do some attacks. Yeah, but it looked like even with all that, it still looked good. You could also take moves from other fighters and then give it to your character. Now that's one question I have. That's another question I have. Like when they said we take the fighting style, we just taking the fighting style of that person and then giving it to our created character, or are we going to be able? I don't know if anyone plays like wrestling games. I don't play wrestling games no more, but I remember when I used to play wrestling games and I used to create a character. You could create the way they fight, you could create the way they grab, you could create the way they do so much things, because once you when you get into it, when you get into the menu, you could say, okay, first box is this punch, second box is probably a kick, next box is another punch, and then you only can add so much light, medium, and heavy attacks onto the thing. If you put a light, medium, heavy, your attacks may only be 3 buttons. Your attacks may only be 4 buttons. But again, you can even extend it to like maybe 10 hits. 10 hits, but you can be reversed of it. But we ain't here to talk about wrestling. I just want to say how customization was in wrestling. Now, if they implement that from the wrestling games and put that into Xenoverse 3, hey, y'all cooking some heat. But if you just taking the fighting style from a character and then giving it to your character, then that's fine too. And then here's my next question. Why the heck do we transform into a different character? To one of the Dragon Ball characters? Can we not just pick the character we want to transform into from the beginning of the parallel quest? We have to change into them? Are they not available to play as? We can't just say, okay, let's go to the menu. Okay, I don't want to be my character. I want to be Goku. I want to be Trunks. I want to be Vegeta. I want to be Teen Gohan. No, I gotta take that character, put it in a Super Soul slot, and say, okay, I want to be this character. And then If I place them there, that means I can no longer go Super Saiyan. What is that? What is that? That don't make sense. And then people saying it sucks. In my opinion, it does suck. But then people trying to fight for it and be like, oh, we gotta wait till we actually play with it. No, say what it is. It sucks. That shit is garbage. What? Like, why can't I just say, okay, I want to pick this character instead of being like, I want to transform into this character? No, that's stupid. Take that out the game. Sorry, I know ain't nobody can really pay attention to it, but take that out take it out the game. Don't piss me off, because we don't need that. We can easily just transform into the character. We don't need, not transform. We can easily pick the character from the menu. We don't gotta transform into the character. And then you get health back when you transform into that character. Lock him up. Like, get out of here, bro. Ew. Disgusting. Ugh. That's my only bad thing about Xenoverse 3 is the transforming into a different character. Like, why? That don't make no goddamn sense to me. But it is what it is. If that's what y'all want in your game, who am I to tell y'all not? All I am is a fan of Dragon Ball who would want to see a good Dragon Ball game. We have a game in the ropes that can be great, but nobody giving it a chance. We supposed to been getting. No, we ain't even talking about this game. We ain't talking about this game right now. We talking about Xenoverse 3. People also trying to be like, Xenoverse 3 should have Sparking Zero or Tenkaichi fighting style. No, it shouldn't. No, it doesn't. It's Xenoverse. It's not Tenkaichi. It's Xenoverse. Xenoverse should keep its fighting style the same way it had it from the beginning. If you was to change the way it is, then it's like, the only thing I would want changed is the fighting style you could give your character. I could customize my moves however I feel fit. As in, this is this punch, this is this kick, this is this side chop, this is that. Not just, okay, take this character fighting style, you play as this character, and that same character fighting style, who you using, guess what? You can transform into that same character who fighting style you're using. That don't make no damn sense. But hey, it is what it is, right? It is. But other than that, the game is good. I can't wait for Xenoverse 3. I hope a lot of people get Xenoverse 3. I hope Xenoverse 3 does a really good sale through its lifespan. I know people will can continue to play Xenoverse 3 through its lifespan because DLC, bro. They can milk the shit out of it. They can, unless they add everything in from the beginning. Because that's what they trying to do with Sparking. We ain't getting into Sparking Zero. We talking about Xenoverse 3. And with that, that's the end of the video, bro. Because I just can go on around about Sparking Zero, and I don't feel like going around about Sparking Zero right now. We can get to that when we get to that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you like what you saw, hit the like button, hit the follow button, hit that subscribe button. And I'll check you guys on the flip. Oh, still.